Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn with Kovu and Carbuncle. Last time we left off, we did Tamterra Deepcroft, which was the second dungeon in the game. And this time, we're going to continue the story. She's sending us off, looks like to Ul'dah, and we're going to go to the Call of the Desert. So you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. When to arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull yourself through unscathed. Now, off you go, Kovu, and good luck. Off to Ul'dah. Let's go ahead and take the airship, because why not? Actually, yeah, we'll take the airship.
Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you aren't here for ale. Are you called Kovu Outlander by any chance? Mione sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's get talk business, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
The petitioner ought to be arriving at any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tank of it ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Pashan. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handing your petition is here.
So this strapping young man is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid.
Mayhap you would like to apprise Kovu of his mission?
Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amanjina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the gate. These giants are of the clan known as the I don't even know. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of their ancestors, but their presence has forced the suspicion of all mining activities on the site.
It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago?
You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the guys to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as if is oft the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the guys, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock.
Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a little too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething.
Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell as long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best.
In case you didn't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear?
Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amal Gina and Sons is presently at the Quicksands. The fellow's name is Painted Mason. He knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. What, this guy right here? Yep. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurers volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mates. Mate, I just hope you've got skills to go with them, cause things ain't pretty down there. The guys have left the place in a right state nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over this entry in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Alright. And we've arrived at Copperbell. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the guys. I didn't think that Papa Shun would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alrighty, so we're gonna approach this as if we don't have friends, or as if we want to do it solo. Because not everybody can summon friends together as fast as I usually can. So we go to Duty Finder, or just press U, and you will get this up. You will notice in your dungeons, which is what we want to do, Copperbell Mines, which is what we've just unlocked, is right here. Go ahead and check it. I am on a Japanese server, so I usually like to have every language selected. And then you just hit join and you wait for it to pop. So now we just play the waiting game. Alrighty, and the Duty Finder just popped. And they're saying Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Onegaishimasu. Which basically just means, I'm sorry, I was like, yeah, they're saying Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. A lot of you guys are probably like, what the hell does that even mean? It just means, hello, it's nice to meet you. Or, I am pleased to work with you, or something along that. Oh, dang! I got myself a harem. Alright. Cannon Belladonna, Hawa Ballet, and Aim Stalker. They dropped the tiny key. Down we go. Bye-bye, Carbuncle. See you later. I noticed 14 has a lot of people playing for females. I forgot to unequip that. Let's skip to the good bit, shall we? First boss time. Pretty easy fight. Actually, it's like super easy. Just kill them as they come down. We have an archer, so this will go very easily. Go very fast, I should say. And first boss down. Coming up to boss number 2. Alright, so this boss, really, you don't have to do much. You think you gotta... Oh wait, don't kill the bombs. You want the bombs to blow up on the jelly. The only thing you want to kill are the rabbits, that's right. And these bombs really hurt, so don't stand in them. This is mostly just a let the tank do his own thing. Kind of a boring fight. And once that pops up, you select it and it'll spawn a bomb, and then you lead the bomb over to the jellies. This guy will attack the bombs, so he won't attack the party. That's why you want to kill him. Kill him with all your power. As quickly as possible. And then once they're this way, now you can go crazy on them. Easy knife. Super, super easy fight. And the final fight. Slaves no more. Free! Free! This is your basic smash. This fight used to have a lot more strategy behind it, but with the increase in gear and levels and all this other good stuff, it's pretty just a tank and spank. But what used to be the deal was, as you can see, he's running away. You're like, wait a minute, why is he running away? Well, it's because he wants to come over here and destroy this boulder. When he destroys the boulder, a couple more ogres will come out. And then he'll then direct his attention on the tank. These guys will come out and they will run to the other side and smash the other boulder, in which more guys will come out. Now, originally, the whole idea was to kill the guys before they did that. But, again, this has just become such a tank and spank, it really doesn't even matter anymore. So it really doesn't matter that we go over there, or we let him destroy the wall, and then you'll see there's another stone serpent that'll come out. Yeah, he comes out this side. And eventually we'll be down to, it'll be about 4 stone servants. Which we've already got this guy down to quite a low percentage, about 25% right now, I'd say. Maybe a little less. Alright, so there's the third one. They broke through the wall. Oh, they haven't broke through the wall yet, but the third one's gonna get there and then they're gonna get through the wall. And now they all, yep, once there's 4 of them, then they all come over and they start to attack on the party. But, as you can see, we just defeated the boss, and so on and so forth. And when you're in a group like this, when you're not in a preset group, you can actually offer commendations, which is usually recommended. I'm going to go give them to the DPS, because DPS almost never get commendation. When I'm a black mage, whenever. I'm tend to prioritize black mage over anyone else. I'm a little biased in that regards. So if you're a black mage and you catch a party with me, you're going to get a commendation. If you don't exit the party before I hand out commendations anyway. So now that we've completed the dungeon, we got to go and turn it in. Oh, well, looks like our turn-in's not going to be as easy as we thought. When you see a distorted aura around a turn-in, you will notice that that means that there's about to be a fight, so be prepared. Oh, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with me own coin. What rot! You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require... Oh, you pervert. The authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swore on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with my coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me child to a decent meal. Of course I'll help. Always help a woman in need. And who the hell's you when you're at home? Oh, wait, who the hell's are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this murmur's face. You lot, teach him a lesson. Nice half pompadour dork. I don't know. Ah, hello. I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. Yeah, I don't know, Emerald. I think we need to get your brother. He might clear things up a little faster. Not bad for an adventurer. Alright, lady, you're on your own. I give up. No, not really. Oh, this is taking so long. Let's speed things up, shall we? Alrighty. Good job, Topaz. Whooped your ass. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you, thrice over. Uh-oh. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening to the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, If things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought in the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank ye for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ulda was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. So she did buy the dodo tenderloins with her coin. That's what it just proved. Sir, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy the meat, did you? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God's bless ye, adventurer. If ye hadn't come along when ye did, who knows what the monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It's been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Laminsa. You discharge your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariable to serve the general good. Whether you mean it to or not, it is happy knack and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of your visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the selfsame talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while, should you decide to accept it. Pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have chosen by the scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Dun dun dun! Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Course I do enjoy hearing tell of the gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Ah, Kovu, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every only adventurer Mione said you'd be, Kovu. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants to word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I know she meant you right away. Thank you. for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Ever, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Ever once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. And I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Well, I'm Kovu Outlander. Kovu Outlander. I shan't forget. Thank you, Kovu. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Kovu. What did you say? You want to know about the signs of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Kovu, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Alright. Whew, long episode. Holy cow. But we're going to go ahead and end the episode there. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, and I will see you next time.